family. This is Stephen V. Richardson speaking to you from the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. I am so fired up to be back on the global platform of Conversations on Success, where the Organo Nation, the Organo family gathers together from all over the world to share some stories, to share some wisdom, to share some information and announcements. And I am so excited to be back, first time in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna be running fast and running hard, so I'm not gonna ask anybody's permission, but I definitely am gonna give you a warning because I'm gonna be running fast. I'm gonna be speaking faster than I would like to, but there's so much important information that I wanna share with you. And we just have to squeeze it into the time that I've been given today. For those of you who celebrate the Easter celebration, happy Easter to everybody. It's still Easter time here in San Francisco on the West Coast in North America and in the United States. So for those of you who celebrate Easter, happy and grateful, healthy and strong Easter greetings to everybody. And let's go. So in the comments, do me a huge favor, put where you are plugging in from and just say, hey, and if you definitely want to support the Organo movement, you want to comment, you want to like, you want to especially share so that more people can have the opportunity to be exposed to what we're going to share today. So if you're ready, say or write in the comments, I am ready. First and foremost, oh my goodness, we have a brand new diamond organization that has been created last month, and hopefully everybody knows about it, but it might still be the best kept secret in Organo. So I wanted to be the first on the global platform. I'm sure it was announced on this past Monday. I was out of the country, so I didn't get a chance to hop onto the call yet or the recording, but we have a brand new diamond organization coming out of the country of Nigeria. Mostly, actually, I was going to say mostly in Lagos, but it's actually all over the country. And give me some grace here. We have brand new Ruby consultant Ofalabi Olubumi. We have brand new Emerald Christiana Gadamosi and Bless Me Blessing. We have brand new diamond Blessing Nama, absolutely outstanding, under the mentorship and leadership of Blue Diamond Abby Ikiola, the first ever diamond in Organo, the first king of coffee, and he is so fired up about what is happening all over the world, but especially in Nigeria at this time. So give them a congratulations in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, it's really something, part of the theme of today is one team, one dream. I'm going to talk about the system. I'm going to talk about the culture. I'm going to talk about the mindset that has created what we are all a part of. And part of it is supporting the Organo family, no matter where they are, no matter whose organization they're in. So you might not even know that we have a brand new diamond organization. If you are plugged in not only to OG Academy, but if you're plugged into the other Facebook pages for the Organo organizations all over the world, specifically for today's conversation, OG Africa, you would have seen this announcement come across your feed. I ask each and every one of you to go to Facebook, to sign up for the OG Africa and all the other OG Thailand, OG Europe, all the other OG Italy pages that we have, so that you know what is going on all over the world, but also so that you can congratulate these amazing servant leaders who have proven once again how powerful the Organo system is and how vibrant, and we're just so excited for these young ladies. So send them congratulations, follow them, like them, comment, send them our congratulations. We are so excited that we have a brand new diamond organization. We're going to talk about today in Organo. I've been around for a while, and we had our original global master distributor, literally the first distributor who was placed into the Organo system. When he would do training, he would literally do the exact same training at every single event. And it confused me for a while, but I didn't realize what he was doing. And he trained, as many of you who've been around for a while know, he always trained on the 90-day game plan. And I thought to myself, I just saw this guy 3 months ago, or I just saw this guy 6 months ago, or I was just at this major event. And here he is again talking about the exact same thing. Doesn't he have anything else to talk about? But I didn't understand what he was doing. He was letting people understand, not just with his words, but with his actions, that the fundamentals stay the fundamentals. The system stays the system. And that's what we're going to talk about today, which is the system upon which each and every one of us who plug into Organo, whether it's as a customer, whether it's as a distribution partner who's just getting their product at wholesale, whether it's somebody who's just earning a little bit extra income, outside of what they're doing in their normal life, or maybe it's someone like our brand new diamonds out of Nigeria who are knocking this out of the park. All of them have access to our system. Here's what I want everyone to understand. You have an option. Your Organo business can either be you dependent or system dependent. You dependent or system dependent. Now, if it's you dependent, it requires 100% of your efforts. If you're not out there meeting new people, if you're not out there sharing your blessing of the Organo product, if you're not out there following up, making calls, doing presentations, all the things necessary to build a long-term, profitable, sustainable organization, if you are not doing it, it's not getting done and it's not happening. That's you dependent. And for those of you who are running their operation all by themselves and or not completely submitting and plugging in to our proven system of success, how's that going? Don't answer. All right, so system dependent. As most of us know, system stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. How many of you would like, if you could do so, save yourself stress, time, energy, and money? That's what we do with the Organo system, and we have been doing it since the very beginning. We talked about the initial theme of the conversation today. One team, one dream. Doesn't matter if it's the United States or Canada or Mexico or Europe or Africa or anywhere we are all over the world. We are one team. We have one dream, and that's to take the treasures of the earth and share them with the people of the world. That's why it's so important. And I just don't have enough time to talk about it, but it's so important for you to do your share in plugging in to the family. On Facebook, when you see something that an Organo family member has done or accomplished or is sharing, like the post, comment on it, share on it, send them a direct message and say, congratulations, I'm proud of you, keep doing it, keep up. All those things help overall, not only in the vision that people have of what we're doing and some of the great things that are happening all over the world every single day, but it just makes people feel better. So if you are part of the one team, one dream mindset philosophy, put in the comments, one team. We are Organo. The system, I've talked about it before. I'll talk about it again. Hopefully you've heard this record so many times, you'll be able to sing along as I'm sharing it with you today. This is what the system has been able to accomplish since we were established in 2008. And for the record, 2008 was in the middle of a global recession. Sound kind of familiar? The amazing Mr. Bernard Chua and his business partners started Organo in the middle of a global recession. And here we are, all these years later, standing strong in 36 plus countries, over $2 billion of cumulative sales, over 2 million points of distribution in the form of distribution partners and customers. This is the system, and these are the results. So I don't know what's going on now. I don't know. I have a little idea. I know what's going on in Nigeria because when I saw the excitement and the celebration, I reached out to my brother, Mr. Ikiola, and I asked him, I said, Mr. Ikiola, between you and me, tell me, you're doing something special, right? You got some special sauce now, right? You're doing something different than everybody else, right? Guess what he said? My brother, 4 steps. So I don't know what some people are doing, but all I know is the organizations that follow our system, execute our system, live the system, can expect and benefit from the results that you're seeing here and happening all over the world. So what is our system? You know this already, but I'm going to share with you, maybe in a few different words or different than you've seen it before. What's the first part of our system? The first part of our system is creating an emotional connection to one or more of our products outside of the compensation plan. I'll say that again. Creating an emotional connection to one or more of our products or services outside of the compensation plan. Why do I say that? Because that is the rock solid foundation of our long-term residual income. Because I know you've heard this before. Most of you who are in the trenches, all of you in the trenches have experienced this before. Here's what's going to happen. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to prepare you. Here's what's going to happen. Most people who you share the product with, they might like it, they might love it, but numbers wise, most people won't become a customer. When you offer to share the opportunity that has positively impacted so many lives, when you just offer, most people who you offer to, at least initially, won't even want to look at it. Most people who look at the opportunity because of whatever stories are going on in their head or whatever's going on in their life with business and personal stuff, most people won't want to be a part of it. Most people who decide to lock arms with us and start their Organo journey, most of those people, guess what? Aren't going to stick around until we get to our destination. And guess what? That's okay. But when, don't say if, but when every single one of us, everything we talk about starts with you and me, every single one of us has an emotional connection to our products and services, even when life gets in the way, and it's going to get in the way for all of us, even when life gets in the way and for whatever reason, someone may decide temporarily or long-term to step away from actively building their business, guess what they'll continue to do forever? Consume and benefit our amazing gourmet coffee, our outstanding organic tea, our skincare, our travel packages, the nutraceuticals, our online payment solutions, all of our products and services. They continue to use them over and over and over again. Why? They were using a variation of it before anyway. They were shown a better option on something that tasted great, cost less, and was healthier. So if you don't confuse their mind with having to build the business, having to do this, having to go here, having to do that, and just allow them to have that emotional connection. That's why we tell you to get a testimony, to send it to your sponsor, to send it to your senior business partner, to send it to support@organogold.com so that we can understand what your personal connection is to the product. So even if you decide for whatever reason to temporarily step away from actively working the business, you'll still be a customer forever. It is amazing how many people have stepped away from actively working the business for a while. Sometimes, some of them a long while. And guess what they're doing every single month? Ordering our coffee, ordering our tea. It is absolutely amazing. So first part, creating emotional connection to the product or services outside the compensation plan. Find some people to help. Now, some people would say, build your list. Some people will say whatever, but let's change our perspective and hopefully it'll empower us, inspire us to go out there and share the blessing with more people. I'm not going to go through this entire list, but I gave it to you so you can take a screenshot or you could revisit this training and look at the exciting possibilities of how many people each and every one of us can help. When most people think about creating a list for whatever reason, and I know there are a lot of people who are plugging into this call live and will plug into this call on recording. And while I'm talking specifically to people who are serious about building their Organo business, I know there are some people who are just customers who happen to be stopping by. Hey, welcome. There are also some people who aren't part of Organo yet, or who were part of Organo a while ago and are checking in. Welcome back, or welcome. But when most people think about building their list for whatever business they are building, they typically think in the term of names and numbers, names and numbers. Let me go to my phone, let me go to my address book, let me go to this directory or whatever, and let me think of people. I challenge you. And this visual is an example of how exciting and how powerful and how big the opportunity really is for us to go out there and find the people who are looking for us, find the people who are praying for us. Think in the term of categories. Your family. Now, we all know that most of them aren't going to support us anyway, but that's okay. Most of them drink coffee or tea every single day anyway. Many of them use some type of skincare products every single day anyway. So when you do it properly, write down properly, underline it, put in the comments properly. When you do this business properly and just simply do what many of us, most people are doing every single day anyway, which is sharing what we're doing, whether it's watching this show, going to this restaurant, visiting this place, using this person's services. We share those stories, good and bad. We share those stories with basically anybody who will listen to us. So do this properly and share the blessing of Organo. I want you to think. I'm going to ask you a question. Don't answer it, but ask yourself, when was the last time you rebuilt your list? And if it's more than 10 days, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, other than leaving opportunities, leaving money, leaving people who we can help on the table, out in the cold, because we haven't let them know what's going on with Organo today. When was the last time you rebuilt your list? Think of all the family members who you could help from a health standpoint or just an enjoyment standpoint, friends, fellow students of anything you've ever studied or attended, coworkers, current and past, clients, people who support you, neighbors. I bet you if you looked at your building, you looked at your street, you looked at your neighborhood, you looked at your area, you looked at your city, you looked at your district, you looked at your region, you looked at your state, you looked at the region of the country, and you looked at how many people actually know who you are, how you've helped others, how you might be able to help them. Out of 100, how many people know who Organo is, who you are? This is not to make anybody feel bad. This should get everybody fired up. As amazing as we've done over the years, as amazing as many of you are doing right now, the majority of people have never even heard of us. I dare you to go outside one day, today, tomorrow, and ask a simple question. Hey, you ever heard of Organo? Hey, you ever heard of Organo? Hey, have you ever heard of Organo? You ask 100 people, the answer, I don't care. It doesn't matter if it's in Houston, Texas. It doesn't matter if it is in Vancouver, Canada. I bet you 98 people out of 100 will say no. And if you do it properly, they might even say, what's that? So the main part of this piece of the puzzle, this is the capital that is necessary for you to build your business. It's not money, a little bit of time. It's not resources. It's your list of people to help. Healthcare workers, lawyers, college students, parents, teachers, hairstylists, grocery clerks, security guards, phone contacts, every single person you're connected with online, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Here's a key. I used to not share this. I typically share everything, but I don't know if I've shared this in the past, but I'm going to do it today. Former Organo distributors. They drank coffee and organic tea before they became part of Organo. For whatever reason, they stepped away from actively working the business. And guess what many of those people did? They went back to drinking their old nasty stuff. Why? I don't know. All I know is if you reintroduce them to something that they know tastes great, they know it's healthier than what they're drinking, they know it costs less than what they're spending right now, and you do it properly, how many more customers could each of us get if we just went back to the people who already told us and proved to us that they love our products. Find some people to help. Can you do me a favor? Find some people to help. When I went through this list, and here's the most exciting thing about this list. These aren't people, these are categories. Every single one of these categories on this page that you're looking at right now represents dozens and dozens and dozens of people who you might be able to help from just consuming and benefit from our products and services, and or possibly improving their lives, and or people who they know and care about. Find some people to help. Do you know who you're looking for? I know who you're looking for. I know who you're looking for from the terms of people who have been successful in this business, people who are most likely to be open to hearing in the first place. We call them 4 checkers and 5 pointers. I won't go at great detail. Many of you have heard this before, might have to dust it off a little bit, but this is the type of person who we're looking for. People who are self-motivated, people who have a center of influence. They don't have to be hugely successful. They just have to be able to pick up the phone and be able to get a few people on a call or at a meeting, or if they favored something, if they supported something, somebody else might at least give it a try, let alone support them at least once. Someone who is teachable and coachable, somebody who has a humble spirit, and somebody who's financially able to get started. That's who you're looking for. When you know who you're looking for, when you go into a crowd of people, when you're thinking about all of these names, when you're looking at a list, you can easily say, nope, not this person. Nope, not this person. Nope, not this person. And all of a sudden it becomes less overwhelming and you can see the people who are looking for you. 5 pointers, more demographical. This is people who are married, people who have a home, people who have children, people who are 25 or older, people who have a decent income. Why is this the type of person who's more successful in Organo? Because they have people who are counting on them and they have something to lose. They're already working hard, but they're just not getting enough to do what they really want to do for themselves and for their family. This is who you're looking for, right? When was the last time you thought about this? And just by giving you the previous list, just by talking about the 4 checkers and the 5 pointers, I know there are people who you're thinking about. Write their names down right away, and let's go out there and help some people. Schedule your business. I don't have time. We're 8 minutes and counting, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Schedule your business. This business was created to be a part-time opportunity. No matter what we used to tell ourselves, the reality is most people, I would guess 95+% are doing this business part-time. Even the top income earners, when you really look at what they're doing productively every single day, they're really doing this business part-time. When you have a blank schedule, we all have 168 hours in a week, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 7 times 24 is 168. We have 168 hours a week. Can you find 10 to 12 to 15 hours from the time that you sleep, from the time that you're online, from the time that you're watching Netflix, from the time that you're doing something? Can you do that and find some people to help? The business was created so that we could find the opportunity to share the business opportunity 4 times a week. Just 4. It doesn't even have to be 4 separate days. It could be twice on one day. It could be 3 days out of a week, 12 to 15 hours, 10, 12 hours, and you can actually build a strong, profitable organization. I didn't create a graphic for it, and I'm going to go quickly, so you're going to have to probably listen fast and listen to this again, but I'm going to go ahead and walk through what each and every one of us is really striving to do, whether we know it or not. The system that's created all the success that we talked about and that you've seen with your very own eyes, the system is this: a business, an exposure, a business presentation, whether it's face-to-face. Guess what they're doing in Nigeria? Face-to-face meetings, not big ones, in homes, good old-fashioned, sharing the product, sharing some coffee, sharing the information, getting people started, and doing it over and over and over and over again. The definition of a presentation: some of us still call them coffee and jazz mixers, is 5 qualified guests. Couples count as 1. 5 qualified guests, not onesies, 5 qualified guests. Out of every 5 qualified guests who are qualified, which means they have an open mind, they know what they're walking into, they haven't been tricked, they know what, out of every 5, typically, when done properly, we have 2 people who want to be a part of it from a business standpoint. The goal of a business presentation of 5 people, 5 qualified guests, is 1,000 points. Whether it's 1 gold pack, 2 silver packs, whatever combination, the goal is 1,000 points. So if you're doing it properly and you have 5 qualified guests and you get your 1,000 points, you're doing it 4 times a week, 1,000 points times 4,000 a week, that times 1,000 per presentation, that's 4,000 a week, 4 weeks in a month, that's 16,000. That is Sapphire. That's our system. So when you look at our 4 steps and you can really be honest with yourself, just you in the mirror, you and your 4 walls, I could guess that there are literally only a handful of people on this call, handful of people on this call who are actually following our proven system of success consistently. And guess what? That's okay. That should be exciting, because if you're doing what you're doing now and you're not following the system, just imagine what you could do if you were. Plug into our proven system of success. Plug into the system for at least 18 months, by the way. Whether it's our Monday in the United States, chairman called by Mr. Paul Caldwell, whether it's using our #1 tool in the business, which is our product, sharing samples every single day, whether it's our conversations on success, whether it's our customer relation management program. I can't go through each of these every single time. Each one of these is a piece of the Organo system of which each and every one of us could leverage if we are following and plugging into the system. I don't know what else to say. I'm excited, I'm fired up, and every single person who knows what I'm talking about, knows what I've been talking about. All I did was have some prettier slides with updated images, but all I've been talking about is our 4-step system that's been in place since day 1. Be a product of the product, build your list, schedule your coffee and jazz mixers, plug into the proven system of success. All I've said was create an emotional connection to the product. Find some people to help. Schedule your business, plug into the system. It is not complicated. I say this to everybody who I help, everybody who will listen. I say this to entrepreneurs who have nothing to do with Organo or network marketing. The success of your business will depend on your organization's willingness and ability to properly connect with enough people, enough times, in a short enough period of time to identify those few people who allow us to help them with zero emotional connection to what others say or don't say, do or don't do. No matter where your business is, I'm guessing you want more, you want better, you want to help more people, right? If that's the case, the punchline is more. More people, more times, shorter period of time. Talk to more people, more times in a shorter period of time. Connect with more people, more times in a shorter period of time. Period. That's it. And hopefully you're not doing it all by yourself, but in the beginning, it has to be all you. It's going to require a burst of activity to get off the launching pad. Otherwise, you'll be on the launching pad forever. Exposure is everything. The fortunes in the follow-up, work with the willing, don't have time, but I dare each and every one of you, I challenge each and every one of you to be able to say this with integrity. And that is, I am committed to plug into Organo's proven system of success for at least the next 18 months. How many of you can say that? With integrity, which means it actually means something, which means in 18 months, everyone who says that, who pledges that, who promises that will actually be here. I am so fired up. I am so excited to find those few people who will raise their hand and say, I'm ready. I dare you to at least have the mindset of a diamond. I dare you to fly high above the storm. I dare you to keep moving like a shark. I dare you to have the mindset of a leader of the king of the jungle. I dare you to move so fast and so focused that people better get out of the way or come on board, because we got places to go. 2009, almost 14 years, I have been a proud, loyal, committed, independent distribution partner with this amazing family called Organo. I hope, I pray that somebody out there heard me, and that one person who this resonates with will go out there and follow our system and find more people to help and take this vision, this journey where it was meant to go. We may not have met face to face, but here's what I can tell you. I love you. I appreciate you. I believe in you. Let's get this done. This has been Stephen V. Richardson from beautiful San Francisco, California. That's it. Take care. Much love.